finally. And then today you come out and you see army people driving around like there's something going on that is wrong. This is not right. This is not right. We are at peace. Let our children, let our families be at peace. Let people go to work at peace. All these army people driving about, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Our governor is peaceful. We love him. Leave us in peace. What is all this? Emotion is not in politics. We are peace. But we want peace. We want peace. This is too much to us. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right.
Now you have crippled people, and all we see is wah. What for? Because of one man? I will say it over and over and over. What's going on in Rivers State is not Signala Yufubara. What's going on in Rivers State is a combat for the economic soul of Rivers State. Somebody wants to grab the economic soul of Rivers State. The soul of Rivers State, for 24 years, they kept milking us. That was how our money was flying all over our heads. It is here today, it is there tomorrow. It is funding all kinds of foolishness. This is the first time that civil servants have been paid in the 13 months. Every Christmas for 2 years, civil servants get paid. Civil servants have been paid all their salaries. For the first time, there are roads connecting the riverine community. It has never happened. They told us, they lied to us, they told us our terrain was too bad. Now we know our terrain is not bad. Now we know. He told us that we can have election here. And it can be anywhere but no war, no blood, no gun shooting. And it happens here. And it happens here. Today you have told everybody to go. He says yes. You say go and resubmit a budget. He writes, he says, come and choose with me the befitting place that you want so that I can present this budget. You made it impossible for him. He wrote, I am coming to you. You locked him out. He wrote again to say, I will still come again. And you wrote to him as reply, that's for insubordination or whatever. And then the next thing you do is this.
That was not fair. That's what I saw yesterday. And I'm going to be hard with the truth today. I'm not saying this because of us. I'm saying this because of our democracy. It's time we stop making this a demonstration of grace. All the legal minds have spoken about it extensively. The last state of emergency had in this country, in fact, I think it was the National Assembly that called the attention of the president to that you don't need to suspend the governor. And it was kept in place. Most of the legal, analysis that have come out of Section 305 keeps faulting what the president has done. But you see, this case is peculiar because, please, you will humor me to think that this National Assembly will be able to call the president to order when they need to vote on it, when they need to get 2/3 on it. This rubber stamp National Assembly, this National Assembly that can't even investigate a case of sexual harassment, this National Assembly that is so high-handed in its own regard towards its own members. Is it this National Assembly? If you believe that this National Assembly will go ahead and make a strong footing and make a strong showing against President Tinubu, then you will be so gullible to think that osmosis is the name of a Turkish footballer. Not this National Assembly. Because they met yesterday with the president, the principal officers, before this was agreed. So it's a political ploy. Coming to the part of unfairness, I saw a lot of half-truths in the president's speech yesterday. Fubara has not made attempts to ensure that the Supreme Court ruling was implemented. But we saw when he went to the House, we saw the game the legislature in Rivers State had been playing. We saw those games. But the president was not fair in the first place because he took sides with Wike. And that's why the likes of Atedo Peter started asking, is there anything more between President Tinubu and Wike this morning? He can't call a spade a spade. He can't call Wike to order. The same President Tinubu did not see when Wike was threatening the Ijaw ethnic nationality. I say, what would they do? The same President Tinubu didn't see all of this. But anyway, what do I expect? It's under President Tinubu's watch that we had 2 speakers in Lagos. It's under President Tinubu's watch we had a disarray in Osun State House of Assembly. You've had political suicides everywhere. But in all of this, he heaped all of the blame on Fubara when we know the real actors in this matter. And like Ebo Adegboruwa was saying this morning, it was part of a grand ploy. Let's call a spade a spade. It was part of a grand ploy. The idea was to remove Fubara in the first place. So they had looked for ways Why was it that all of a sudden, it was yesterday that they served the impeachment notice, that they wrote out the things Fubara had done, and then the president read out the state of emergency. And when you check the state of emergency speech, most of the things enunciated in the state of emergency speech were the things the lawmakers had enunciated in Rivers. So why did it happen all of a sudden?
With all the katakata where they go on for Rivers State, rather than to call the minister for Tinubu Wike to order, the president rather put state of emergency. And the interesting comments from Nigerians, some people they talk, they say the problem between father and son, godfather and godson. Say Fubara and the Wike na family matter, and that na Wike make Fubara governor. He's not supposed to fit fighting godfather if for their patience and all that. And I say, wow, Nigerians, that is very interesting. So we as Nigerians, we don't really get problem with Godfatherism. Now who they involve now in matter? Because we need to ask ourselves the question, that system where they say with the talk, say person make person governor, say they normal? Say now one person they make person governor, I mean the people they vote for him. Say there is no problem with that kind of system. For example, like for America, Obama campaigned for former Vice President Biden, that one too become president. Say Obama go talk say now he make Biden president, or if support him and American people vote for him. Because make we also ask the question, the Wike too before he become governor, how he take become governor? Before governor, he was minister for state education under Jonathan. How he become minister? Before he was governor of a chairman of Obiako local government, chief of staff to Amechi. What thing he been they do? When one person can't get power, so when he they come out as governor, now him buy form for everybody we contest for Rivers State for PDP. Now wow. So as it be now, so even if true Fubara have offended Oga just 1 month into office, so it also empowers the president to be able to suspend the democratic governor without first recourse to the National Assembly. Nigeria, you know, say now God go help us. Governor Fubara na God go help him, whatever be decision going forward. Because you know, if you decide to go through judiciary, Nigeria no get judiciary. What we have is the legal department of any government in power. Because if you start for High Court, you go end for Supreme Court, and you know half our Supreme Court with the runner. See, Nigerians, listen to me, make I tell you something. All this talk where we they talk, so we know they pay attention to the main thing. Nigeria is in crisis. Nigeria is in serious trouble. There is a deliberate attempt to convert the entire country to a one-party state where there is no meaningful opposition. If you look for clear example, look at Lagos State. If you import Lagos templates to the center, Nigeria is done for. Where the entire democratic institutions and states is controlled by one person or one group of persons. That die where everybody they fear to die, we go later see that because Nigeria, this world nobody will live alive, and we are ready to now live as slaves in our own country. Nigerians, you know they pay attention to the main thing, which is INEC. If not for the criminal INEC, ask yourself the question: why one person go boast say na me make person governor? Not be people they vote for person. The window to have electoral reform done they close. 2026 campaign, 2027 election. Nobody they pay attention to the names the president they sent to National Assembly to confirm them as INEC electoral commissioners across the 36 states. All this one are distraction. So there will be no meaningful opposition. What you will have is democratic monarchy. They don't already succeed. With PDP and Labour, with any meaningful opposition, nothing is there, has been hijacked. Once they move from there, you go see all politicians they defect to APC. Imagine a country, a democracy without opposition. You can call it another name. As they finish with the parties, they go to the voting blocks, which are the states. Rivers, which is the economically viable state for opposition and also voting block, is in crisis. If you go Kano where NMPP did, they get APC emir, they get governor's emir. With other political crises will go on. The more you look, the less you see. Now Fubara, no be Fubara. What Nigeria is suffering today is the ghost of the Buhari presidency. Buhari is the mistake that should never have been made. Allowing that tragedy and travesty to continue in 2023 was a grave mistake. Nigerians must find wisdom and courage to undo the damage that has already been done. The same President Tinubu when they declared state of emergency 2014, 2013 under Jonathan. What happened when Jonathan won declared state of emergency? They oppose him. No, it is this. Jonathan is a mediocre. Yes, Jonathan in the heat of Boko Haram declared state of emergency, left the governor, deputy, the current vice president was the governor that time, and other political leaders where they elect only gave opportunity for military to go in and push back the insurgents and the terrorists. Same thing they do with Occupy Nigeria fuel subsidy. They protest, they form Occupy Nigeria. It reached their turn, they come out fuel subsidy. Waiting they use the money do, nobody know. Nigerians, as we did so, we must decide to help ourselves. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Silence in the face of oppression is supporting the oppressor. I no vote for Fubara, I no vote for Wike. But as you see oppression and tyranny, so it is big enough to go round. So continue to the clap, continue to the celebrate them. May we not talk about governance and human life. Now who make who governor? And that system where they empower them to make person governor, make we no change them. This person where they carry come as a military administrator now for Rivers State, Rear Admiral Ibogete Ekwebas, you remember them? He's the former chief of naval staff under appointed by Buhari. That year said, you remember him being the chief of naval staff, Ever Marshal Abubakar Sadiq, chief of air staff, General Chuku Yusufu Boratai, chief of army staff, General Gabriel Abayomi Oloni Shakin, chief of defense staff. Yes, Rear Admiral Ibogete Ekwebas. Now him they don't carry to become an administrator for Rivers State now. Nigerians, if we are ready if we love our own lives, you go pay attention to the bigger picture and ensure that you build institutions that are controlled and work as a democracy and not controlled by strong men. If not, The shake away you see, so where another person they suffer, where you they clap, it will soon touch you. And by the time it touch you, there will be nobody to clap for you again. May Nigerians get the courage to place demands and take action that is necessary to fix INEC and the electoral process. If not for the criminal INEC and Nigerian judiciary, nobody should be able to boast that they were able to make another person governor in a state as rich and as viable as Rivers State. So the people of Rivers State are completely redundant. They don't know how to elect leaders. They only wait for their former governor to pick somebody. When you tire for that one, you come out and you pick another one. The more you look, the less you see. Ireo, supporters of Wike, Ire, supporter of Fubara, supporter of suspension and waiting they call them declaring of insurgency. I'll be waiting Tinubu do. The Lord be with you now. Everybody go day all right. Finally, at the end, may Nigeria prevail.
You can see the script, well-designed script for this state of emergency. State of emergency where they never kill people, where people never cry. Now they say state of emergency. We all see how everything they unfold. Do you even know that Senate President was in Wike's house to visit few days ago? We all saw the pictures now. We all saw the provocation in Rivers, Alabama. What do they call it? We all saw the provocation there, and we all saw what follows the provocation. This is a well-scripted state of emergency in favor of the ruling party, still in the attempt of them suppressing opposition. So one governor down now, Rivers is back where they want Rivers to be. The state that gives them wine in a basket, and the wine never leaks away. You can see the precedent that Obasanjo set 2021, 19 years ago. You can see it now. Everything done the form is now becoming part of our culture. You suspending democratically elected system. You can see it. And House of Rep and Senate, they are supposed to sit today to ratify this, to turn it to stamp it. Yes, state of emergency is official. But their leader, the Senate President that we sit, was in Wike's house a few days ago. You see, as then they run our country, we've had godfathers. Where are they today? God the Father is the biggest. I told you guys there won't be impeachment. I keep telling you, thank God you guys didn't bet with me. Because if we go impeachment, Fubara will win. But this is the shortest cut to get him out of the way. May God bless our country. To me, I still think there was a country.
On 19th of March 2025, Bola Ahmed Tinubu sworn in the administrator of Rivers State, who will take on the affair of Rivers State. Anyway, and this is what he has to say.
First of all, I think we know the circumstances that led to where we are here. Mr. President made it very clear in his broadcast. If the main issue is that of maintaining law and order in the state, I think for any meaningful activities to take place in Rivers State, that is the utmost task that I have.
While that was going on, all the PDP governors had a meeting where they agreed that they will not accept the suspension of Rivers State Governor Femi Falana. While that was going on, Nyesom Wike, FCT minister, also PDP member, currently working for APC, revoked the Land of People Democratic Party in Abuja, which housed their secretariats. While all this is going on, Rivers State people are crying that they do not want military regime or military rule in their state. While the Rivers State people were crying and saying that they do not want military in their state, Nigerian Bar Association also expressed their dissatisfaction in President Tinubu's decision, stating that President Tinubu do not have the constitutional right to suspend a democratically elected governor. Now, on personal opinion, let's think about this, or let's quickly analyze this. Femi Falana and Nyesom Wike used to be close friends. Not just friends, they work together. It's just like Oga and Boy. Because when Wike was Rivers State governor, Femi Falana was accountant general, meaning that every money that Wike moved out of that state, or any money they spent, Femi signed it. Even during the election, they also did all the manipulation or whatever they did in Rivers State together. So it means that they had an agreement. It was actually Femi Falana that backed out on that agreement, meaning that Femi betrayed in Oga. So there was an agreement between those guys. I think both of them deserve each other, personally, if you should ask me. But then, Nyesom Wike is no longer the Rivers State governor. He should, back out, because he was the governor and he also disobeyed Amechi, who was his, predecessor. Anyway, let's not go deep into that, because no Rivers State governor has ever been in good time with the previous governor. It's always like that. But this one is going through extreme.
In all of this, Mr. Falana, the administrator, Vice Admiral Ibas, will be resuming duty. He's been sworn in. He's taking oath of office, and he's been given the powers and the standing instruction to restore peace and order in Rivers State. Can there be two leaders in that state? Is there a constitutional crisis in Rivers State, or what exactly do you think this is leading us?
So the administrator does not have the control of the forces of coercion in Nigeria. It is the president that is empowered by the constitution to restore law and order in any part of the country. The governor doesn't have the power. Talk less of a sole administrator. whose appointment is unknown to the Constitution. You said you took a note. Under what section of the Constitution? The man said, I'm taking a note under the Constitution. Were you appointed by the Constitution? Were you elected by the Constitution? Please, let's not politicize what is clearly a legal matter. If we're not careful, what stops the president from saying, oh, there is crisis in the southwest or in the entire southeast?
Maybe as I did China, I don't know. Make una tell me. Did anybody die? Was Rivers State really in emergency? What was the reason for this urgency? His Excellency, I just want to make you explain so that the blind Nigerians can see. Because it clearly say this is the fastest in the history of Nigeria where headsmen they deal with people for bend way. Una they bend the way. If you just wanna rush, enter there. Ha! Now wow, this is a clear reason to tell you that if Nigerian government won't work, they walk. They walk against people, they walk against them. Then again, now they bring governor for us. Now them announce results. Anything what they want to do. Now they hold knife, now they hold yam. We just they watch the film. Understand? Who can deal can. If you want to throw your oga, you go first ready to be oga. Oga, we not the pity for you. It's so sad. Say this one a game. Now we the people be the pad. Now they press us anyhow.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and please my love, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a video. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.